Greetings, fellow adventurers, and welcome to Hazards and Hijinks, the live-action fantasy improv role-playing show. I'm Dungeon Master tonight, named Hero Carlisle, and thank you so much for tuning in tonight with us. We know you could be anywhere in the world, and we're so happy that you're here with us. Now, as I said, this is the premiere of our second season of Hazards and Hijinks, and we're very excited. We have some cool stuff on the way for you, but let's get down to business. We've gathered together some improvisers, some of the best improvisers in all the country to play some high-action fantasy role-playing improv with us, and we are so ready to get that started. Tonight, we went to our social media to figure out who we would be fighting, and y'all selected gnomes. So tonight, we are going to be fighting gnomes. Ooh, how fun, how exciting, how riveting. Now, you may have noticed that you're watching this show from the comfort of your own home. Yes, that's right. We at Fancy Hobo bring all the shows directly to you. How are we able to do that? Well, mostly sweat and grit and donations from lovely audience members like you. That's right, throughout the entire show, you can donate to us whatever you feel like, and that'll help us continue to provide shows for you. But not just will you get a good feeling from giving us some much needed money, you'll also be joining the show. That's right, every donation you make has a chance to bring you into the show as a character, a monster, a weapon, or some other thing. We have suggested donations. $5 gets a healing potion to our adventurers. $7 gets a deadly trap sprung on them. What is it? $10 gets you an epic weapon to destroy your enemies. $12 gets a horrible curse placed upon them. And if you drop $20 our way, we will summon a big bad evil monster to kick the ever-living shit out of the players. So you can donate at any time right there where you see where it says Fancy Hobo. Improv at Venmo. You can do that at any time. We would love to have you join us and play. It's always a lot of fun having you do that. Now that I've bumbled my way through the intro, let's get to the most important part where we introduce our players. Yes, our brave adventurers tonight, starting off with Magneto Morgan as Ode Elfwig, the dwarf hunter.
Hello, kitty finks. Don't worry about gnomes. I've booby-trapped my front lawn. They'll be nowhere in sight.
Very good strategy. Up next, we have Tyler X. Koontz as Tusk, the Loxodon rogue.
I have the elephant of surprise. Ho 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 ho!
Ooh, that's a pun. You're gonna lose some health for that later, Tusk. You're gonna lose some health for that later. Up next, we have Brenan Dwyer as Nan Gutblorcher, the dwarf berserker. Oh no, she's a monk. Never mind. She's a monk. She's totally a monk.
I'm a monk, but I would understand the confusion because you don't want to see this dwarf get angry.
No, you do not. It is a frightening sight indeed. And finally, we have Duffey, the human druid. Roar, Roberto Ferreras.
Oh, hey there, ominous voice in the sky. It's good to hear your ominitude.
Yes, I'm still curious why you think I'm ominous. I would go for charming or cheerful or any other positive affirmation for what my voice sounds like, but
I think you got a good sounding voice. I don't want you to get confused like ominous voice in the sky. The ominousness is the fact that there is a booming voice in the sky, and I'm trying to enjoy my afternoon.
Well, fair point. Yeah, that would be strange. Now that we've gathered our heroes together, we are ready to begin the adventure, and what an adventure we have in store for you. We're going to start, like we always do, with a hearty huzzah. 3, 2, 1, huzzah! Huzzah! Yes. The giant mechanical monstrosity continued to stride towards Oakvale. The village had dispersed all of its residents to safe houses, and the cool adventurers braced themselves for whatever this mechanical monstrosity would do. Standing 3 stories tall, made of iron and steam and smoke and magic, the horrific mechanical monstrosity bellowed deep, and the roar echoed through the valley of Oakvale. Roar!
That's like a real...
What do you do?
Real big giant metal thing. I am not a fan.
It can't even articulate using words what its intentions with the good people of Oakville are. I mean, come on. Have our villains been reduced to this stupid hunk of metal? Like, come on, read a book, man.
It's all right, guys. I think I got this. I pull out my water skin and I suck up all the water in my trunk, and then I use my trunk as a grappling hook to try and latch up onto the monstrosity construct.
Wow.
All right, that's going to be a dexterity check. Let's roll to see how well you do. You need a 12 or better. Oh, a critical failure. Oh, Tusk, you begin choking on the water in your snout, and you take 2 points of damage.
Backfire.
I got your snout. Let's just wring it out. Okay. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
It is oddly satisfying.
That was not. Are you okay?
I just might have a deviated septum is all.
Well, you got a lot
from back
of
in my
septum.
college days, so don't worry about it.
All right. Well, hold on. I got an idea. Let me see if I can figure this out. And I'm gonna walk up to the giant robot, and I'm gonna walk up to one of its left legs, to its left leg there, and I'm gonna use my druidic power and cast rusting grasp to like rust out that bottom right leg there.
All right, that sounds like a special ability to me, so you need a 14 or better.
Well, that's a hard one, but we can do it.
Let's roll. Ooh, a 3. No, you do not cast 2 3s. 3,
23.
3, 6. It's a number. It doesn't matter. It's not good enough. Oh, 23. That is good enough. That would be 2 3s.
I was gonna say.
All right, that is good enough. Yeah. So yeah, you cast rusting grasp on its legs. Rust begins to climb up the metal mechanical monster's legs, and it makes its way to the center. The whole beast stops suddenly, opening its mouth wide, and 3 gnomes jump out of its mouth.
Ugh.
They have chain weapons and spears. Ooh, yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
I like your little your chain things.
Oh, thank you. We are the Gnome Coalition, and we have come to destroy Oakvale.
Oh, they're so
You're gonna
cute.
die.
We are not cute, and we will live forever. Thus is the will of the frog god Gorgak.
Point of order, little folks. Or more like a question. Why? Like why?
Because of what the cool adventurers had done to our city during the demon invasion.
Ooh.
Hold on, I don't
Oh,
remember
that
that
one-
one. Do you guys remember what happened when the demon? There's been so many
Long
invasions.
time for that.
Long time
Oh,
ago.
that was when Burger joined you guys for the first time down in the underwater city. Oh, I read about that like a million times. I can't believe they're here now. Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, we're here now because you flooded our city, leaving us with infrastructure issues that to this day we have yet to resolve.
Oh, well, that's really nice.
Oh, so you've come to Oakville because you've heard of our wonderful infrastructure.
Infrastructure problems are not nice.
No, but it's nice that, you've come seeking help and you even brought your tools with you so we can help you construct maybe a new aqueduct or a pump system. I mean, I don't know how to do any of those things, but I would be really excited to read some manuals, get my proverbial hands dirty.
Hey,
Well,
everyone,
why don't
I
you
have a
read
question.
this? Yeah,
What
okay,
what does
yes,
the word
you have a question.
infrastructure mean?
Well, infrastructure refers to the systems that we build to continue our city to function stably. So these things are roads, zoning codes, building projects, bridges, aqueducts, as mentioned, sewer
I have a
systems.
follow-up
Yeah.
question.
Where's Tusk? What have you done with Tusk?
I pop up behind one of them
Ah!
and kick him.
Ah! You kick the gnome and he falls to the ground. Ah! You see, this is the kind of aggression we are talking about. You coming into our city causing trouble while we were trying to deal with demons. You thought you could get away with it, but now we've returned back to destroy your precious village.
Okay, well, you could start over there. We actually need to dig a new hole just randomly. So you could just start over there and we'll come bring you some sandwiches if you want to get started. Just, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I was baking cookies earlier.
Ah, well, that's very kind of you. We will begin destroying the village over there, starting with a big hole.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay.
I think I've just learned a lot
The
about
gnomes
how
climb
civilization
back into the
works.
monster of metal and iron and walk over towards where the giant hole will be dug, and they begin digging the hole with their mechanical hands.
Oh, wow.
Suddenly, from where they're digging, a health potion flies through the air and lands in Nan's general area.
Whoa. This is nice.
Oh,
It has written on it, "From Grandma, love you forever."
Oh my gosh. I haven't talked to Grandma for maybe a century. Wow, it's just really nice to know that she's doing well. And she's
That
thinking
sounds
of me.
like a long time.
yeah.
How long do you
have a
people
lot to
live?
unpack.
No offense. Like, how long do y'all dwarfs live here? That's a long time.
Yeah, it is a long time.
That's the secret.
But
Oh, okay.
much like how we handle our own personal grooming, age can vary from clan to clan. As you can see, Ode and I do have some slightly different heritage resemblances. And so same thing goes with longevity. My clan happens to live really long. So yeah, Granny's like 800.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
My people are the absolute, we are paragons of health.
I mean, I'm pretty old for a human, but like, you've been around forever.
Well,
So-
it's nice that we're getting the gnomes to do some excavation for the public pool for us. That's pretty handy.
Suddenly, a loud explosion rang throughout Oakvale. One of the buildings that was nearby where the hole was being dug was blown up, a large cannon appearing at the top of the mechanical monstrosity that the gnomes had brought.
Oh.
One of the few remaining orcs in town, the Mayor Kelsey, begins running towards Ode. Ode! Ode! Ode!
Well, I think he's for you, man.
Ode, we need your help. Here, take this. And she hands you a solid gold blunderbuss.
This is a terrible material to make a blunderbuss with, but thank you. It's very shiny.
It is a holy weapon. It is our epic holy weapon, the blunderbuss of blunderbusting. With it, maybe you can defeat these crazy gnomes who showed up and are destroying our town.
Well, I guess we should probably get down to the business at hand, guys.
Going
Oh,
to
yeah.
tea.
You thought they would just build a pool and they end up destroying your whole town.
Yeah. I thought maybe we could repurpose their evil tendencies, but wouldn't be the first time that I was wrong about something. So
Oh, hey,
should
hey,
probably
man,
destroy them.
don't beat yourself up about that. I find it inspirational that you always try to find the good in people instead of punching their heads off.
Well, it's taken many many long years of meditation, training to channel that sort of
Repurpose.
aggression into a single punch and a good book.
Oh, repurpose, evil, aggression, good book. Nan, let me see your book.
Sure.
All
As
right.
long as you give it back, I hand my book
Of
to
course.
Tusk.
Well, I throw it like a shuriken into the gnome's machine construct.
All right, that sounds like a dex check. Let's roll to see how well you did. You need a 13 or better. Oh, 23? I'm kidding, it's a 10. That's not good enough, Tusk. That's not good enough at all. The book, the mechanical monstrosity turns, and the book lands directly into the furnace at the core of the monster. The book burns to ash in an instant.
No! Oh!
Yes.
Well, I think it's time now to channel that inner anger. I think I'm gonna do that by just turning into a large lion.
Okay. McDuffie transforms into a lion.
Hey, McDuffie, I don't know what that solves, but I know one thing. No one destroys my book, and I walk up and I slap Tusk across the face for a simple attack.
Whoa, you slap Tusk across the face. Let's roll that simple attack.
Oh,
Oh, it's a critical failure.
Damn it!
Oh, you slap him for 1 point of damage. He takes 1 point of damage, and you take 1 point of damage to your hand.
Ah!
Ouch.
Day is not going well.
Look, Cat Duffey enjoys watching suffering in general because Cat Duffey is a lion. But Cat Duffey thinks that there is a pressing issue of invading gnomes.
Well,
Yeah,
why don't you
I'm-
go deal with it then, huh, Cat Duffy?
Man! Bring
Another
it down a
metal
notch.
bellow echoes through the valley as a second mechanical monstrosity begins lumbering towards the village. Poof, poof, poof. This one has 2 cannons mounted on its back, and it fires both cannons towards Oakvale, destroying the Broken Tankard Tavern, your home for these many months.
Ooh.
Oh, Phylos is going to be so mad. Oh. Nan, I may have been the instigator, but they were the book destroyers.
Yeah, they were. And Nan is gonna go full dwarf on these mother effers, and she's gonna tear off her monk's robe, and she's gonna curl herself into a dwarf ball. And for a power attack, she's gonna roll at this incoming 2-cannon monstrosity and give it the biggest flurry of blows you've ever seen.
All right, let's roll that power attack. "12 points of damage. Yes, you leap onto the mechanical monstrosity, and with fists powered by rage and irrational desire, you begin punching the solid metal with your fists. Blood and oil fly everywhere as you punch your way through the exterior hull of the monster and reveal gnome engineers working hard to move the monster forward.
Hi, little cute guys. How's it going?
It was going well until you just barged in. We have to kill you! And they begin running towards you with hammers. Ode, it's your turn. What do you do?
Odo's going to do what he should have done at the very start of this. Get some help. We're not going. Well, there's not enough of us for this. So he's going to take out his ear horn. He's going to kind of like out of a bit of, just to clear out the little horn bits. And he's going to blow into it. Woo! And immediately, just dozens of little hairballs about, big, come running up on their little shoes, all of his grandchildren, the Dwarf Scouts. And
Oh,
he's
the
going to
Dwarf
turn to them.
Scouts.
And he says, "Oh, Kitty Vinks, have some cookies." No, wait, cookies later. Terry, Charles, good to see you again. Good to show up. Okay, so big monster, form a line. And then they all grab hands. It's very encouraging, and it's very heartwarming because it's a line of children holding hands. Of course, this looks like a bunch of dust bunnies that have become friends. But they are holding hands, and as Nan is just giving it to the big monstrosity, they form a tripwire, a dwarven tripwire.
Okay, that's an awful lot of things to process. That definitely sounds like a special ability to me. So let's roll the special ability die and set this one at 16 or better.
Wait, let me explain it again. I don't know if all the fantasy.
Just so I know. It's
okay,
a 22.
So
yes, it's a success. The mechanical monstrosity trips over all of the dwarf scouts and tumbles to the ground with a massive explosive thud. Kapoosh! Steam begins coming out of all of the various rivets and sections of the beast as it tries to climb itself up. Tusk, that would make it your turn.
I'm gonna run over to the downed robot mechanism construct, and I'm gonna start picking up like all the loose pieces, and then I go and I throw a smoke bomb to try and disappear.
All right, that sounds like a special ability. Let's set this one at 9 or better. Yes! Tusk has successfully disappeared. We'll come back to see what you do with your stealthy ways. But first, we got to get to McDuffie. McDuffie, what would you like to do?
Lion Duffey is intrigued by this giant metal thing filled with tiny, crunchy gnomes inside. Lion Duffey is going to leap into the gap and find as many crunchy little gnomes and eviscerate them.
All right, that sounds like a standard attack to me, so let's roll the standard attack die. 7, yes! You leap into the mechanical monstrosity's cockpit and begin tearing up gnomes left and right. You manage to eviscerate 2 gnomes for 7 points of damage. Nan, it's your turn. What do you do?
Well, there's still a bunch of little, gnome idiots around me, right?
Uh-huh.
So, for a simple attack, I'm gonna pick one up, and I'm gonna drop kick it.
All right, let's roll that simple attack. 4, yes! You grab one of the gnomes and drop kick it so hard it flies out of the mechanical monstrosity and collides with the other mechanical monstrosity at the other side of town. There's a sound of a dent, dink, as the gnome's lifeless body falls to the ground.
Very sad.
The gnomes with their hammers and their wrenches and their screwdrivers begin attacking everyone in sight. So let's roll their attack. Oh, that's a 4. They miss everybody. They're good at building machines, but they're not very good at fighting. So they managed to miss the party. That would make it Ode's turn. Ode, what would you like to do now?
Okay. Ode reaches into his beard and he pulls out one of those push broom heads and he screws it onto his walking stick and he just starts shooing away the gnomes. He just goes, okay, go away. It's over now. Goodbye.
All right, that sounds like a charisma check. Let's roll a charisma check to see how you do. We need a 14 or 18. 18, very well. Yes, you've done it. Some of the gnomes begin to run away in fear. He's got a broom!
Yes, most of your friends are dead. Your city lies in ruins. Please move. You're on the daffodil. Please go.
That would make it Tusk's turn. Tusk, what do you do?
There's a slight breeze in the air, and then there's a trussle in the bushes, or like some and some noise, and then the other construct, as it looks over at the noise, suddenly a full replica of the fallen construct comes out of the bushes, and it's like, "What's up, fellow gnomes? this pillaging is really making me thirsty. You guys could use a cool frosty one, huh? And then like opens up a hatch, and then like a gnome figure comes out holding a brew, and it's like, come on, here. And then, as
we like to drink.
Yeah, I bet you do. Just open up, and then you can have some of this frosty goodness.
There's a third one. They're distracted. Get them.
Yeah, I don't know where that came from either.
And suddenly, the gnome with the cold brew actually turns into a gray trunk. It's my trunk! And I wrap around the gnome that's controlling the big mecha robot, and I strangle him with my trunk. Whoa!
Oh, that sounds like a standard attack, but we're going to add an extra die to it because you're in stealth mode right now. So let's roll 3d6 and see how well you do. 10! Yes, you snap the neck of the gnome commander. He falls lifeless out of the mechanical monstrosity. Suddenly, all of the gnomes turn and begin throwing wrenches and screws and cogs your way. Let's roll the attack. Six! Oh, all that does is one of the screws hit him for 1 point of damage.
Hey.
The cogs of war are upon us.
That would make it McDuffie's turn. Cat Duffey, what do you want to do?
With Cat Duffey will take advantage of this momentary lapse in attention that the gnomes have slipped because their leader has been strangled out of the other one. And I do a flying leap into that machine, using all of my large cat power to try to topple the other one over, scratching, raking, and clawing all the way down for a power attack.
All right. A power attack. Let's roll that power attack then. Oh, it's not a very impressive power attack, but you still managed to do some damage to the mecha, the destructive mecha droid. You slash at its metal exterior, trying to claw your way in. That would make it Nan's turn. Nan, what do you do?
Well, you know, these gnomes are, I kind of forgive them, you know, so not really, but like I pretend like I do. And so I kind of like call them over and I'm like, hey guys, I get it. You want to destroy the town. I don't like this town very much. So I kind of get them in a little like huddle. And then I pick up one especially kind of round one. I say, hey, you come over here. I'll tell you all the best underground holes to go in to go destroy everything. And I bring him aside, and then I turn on him, and using another simple attack, I just roll him down like a bowling ball and knock all the rest of the gnomes down.
Okay, that's going to require a charisma check before we can roll the attack, because you got to gather them all together. So let's roll the charisma check. You need a 12 or better.
Oh, it's gonna be great.
Oh, yeah, no. The gnomes come towards you, but they immediately begin hitting you with hammers. Try to turn us into bowling pins, will you? That's the oldest trick in the gnome book. And they begin hitting you with hammers for 2 points of damage.
Oh, hate gnomes.
That would make it the gnome's turn. The second mechanical monstrosity has gotten back to its feet and points the two cannons towards the cool adventurers, firing both cannons from its shoulders. Let's roll the attack. Oh, 11. All right, it's a standard attack, so let's roll 2d6 to see who we... we hit Nan, that's for sure. But let's see how much damage we've done. 7 points of
That would hurt.
damage to Nan. How are you doing over there, Nan?
Well, I'm not great, but I'm not knocked down yet. And I got Granny's health potion in my back pocket. So.
Very good. All right, that would make it Ode's turn. Ode, what do you do?
Okay, Dwarf Scouts, 1st Division, take care of those flames. We're gonna get people out of here. We're gonna put all the flames out. Dwarf Scouts. Gnome Scouts. My brain is just today. You know, I'm sorry, I got kiddies. Okay, 2nd Division. Aim! And they've all come back from the pool with slingshots and water balloons. And they get ready for power attack. Fire!
All right, the dwarf scouts begin throwing the water balloons at the second mechanical monstrosity for a power attack. Let's roll the power attack. Ooh, you would have had better luck using your epic weapon because you only did 6 points of damage. The gnomes laugh and point at all of your grandchildren. Look at those furballs. They're pathetic.
You are all dead.
All right, let's go to Tusk. Tusk, it's your turn. What do you do?
I run over to the second construct and I go up to that open cavity that I where the gnome used to be, and I blow out of my trunk gallons of grease into its mechanisms. Whoa! Looks like you need a touch-up. And then I take a match.
Oh my, that sounds like a power attack from Tusk, so let's roll the power attack. $16! Whoa! A massive explosion rips through the mechanical monstrosity. It collapses to the ground as gnomes, covered in flames, begin running out of it. Ah! The original mechanical monstrosity begins walking towards the second one. That would make it McDuffie's turn. Cat Duffey, what do you do?
Cat Duffey thinks that it is time to readjust his battle strategy, and I turn back into a human. Ugh. Okay. All right. Oh man, what did I mean? Okay. The other one's up and walking at us. I leap into the air and turn into an eagle. Eagle Duffey! Full speed, like a peregrine falcon diving at 200 miles an hour. And then right before I impact with it, I shapeshift into an elephant.
Yes. Unfortunately, you've used your power attack and your standard attack this session, so that's going to be a simple attack. But just for the creativity of it, I'm going to give you an extra d6 die. So let's roll 2d6 and see what happens. Yes, you shift into the massive form of an elephant and slam into the first mechanical monstrosity. It topples over, falling on top of the second one. Gnomes begin cursing you and throwing cogs and screws and bolts at you. Ah! That would make it Nan's turn. Nan, what do you do?
Anne knows this town pretty well, having, been here for a while now with the cool adventurers. And she knows that the next shop over is a clockmaker's. So she runs into the clockmaker's shop and she grabs the clockmaker's magnet and brings it out. And using, I don't even know if it's, I guess it would be a simple attack, but she just walks around and gathers up all the weapons from all the gnomes, and they can't attack anymore.
Ah, give me back my magnet! The clockmaker says as he runs out, following behind you. Yes, this is a special ability, so we'll roll the special ability die. It's a pretty technical shot, so you're going to need a 16 or better.
Ooh.
Ooh, you got a 9. The clockmaker whaps you on top of the head and takes his magnet back. Leave me out of your craziness, cool adventurers! This magnet belongs to me!
I was
Slams this
protecting
door
you!
shut. No one protects Clockmaster! Ah!
Hate that guy, he's so grumpy.
All right, the gnomes begin working on the two mechanical monstrosities and actually fuse them together to make an even larger mechanical monstrosity in the shape of a frog that begins leaping on top of the buildings and smashing them under its feet. Its cannons are pointed in 3 different directions, 2 going forward and 1 going behind. It fires all 3 cannons at the same time. Let's roll an attack to see who we hit. Oh, the shots fly through the air, but the cool adventurers have managed to dodge them. This battle is getting more intense by the seconds. That would make it Ode's turn. Ode, what do you do?
Those gnomes insulted my grandchildren. Ode runs at the giant frog with his big golden blunderbuss, and as it opens its mouth, he jumps inside and for standard attack starts shooting this thing from the inside out.
All right, a standard attack with your epic weapon will be 3d6. Let's roll the damage. 7. Yes, you begin firing wildly with the blunderbuss, taking out gnomes left and right. Oh!
As they die.
Out of the
As they die, as he stands over them, he takes out pictures of each of his grandchildren and describes all the good memories he's had with them and all of their accomplishments.
Give us a taste.
You see this? This is Grilka. Grilka learned to spell much earlier than anyone thought she would. She knows 3 languages already, and she's only 6. Die with that knowledge, you little bastard!
Ugh! Considering how long it takes dwarves to age, that's really impressive.
Exactly.
That would make it Tusk's turn. Tusk, what do you do?
I'm gonna aid Duffey. I'm gonna be like, Duffey, maybe we should like lead them out of town. What do the frogs like? The giant like frog thing. Maybe the robot instincts will take over. But I got your back, whatever you want to do, man.
Packer Duffey understands
like
where
Tusk
you
is
are
doing
going
an
with
aid
this.
action.
Packer Duffey understands, has given much wisdom in his current form. But alas, Packer Duffey must return to... Oh man. Oh, all right. I guess I use my druidic powers to turn into just a big, nasty ass, just a huge horsefly. Just like a dire horsefly, like the size, like bait.
Yeah, dire horseflies are the size of horses. Fly and begin flying around the mechanical frog as it leaps. Suddenly, let's roll a special ability to see if this ruse will work. We need a 12 or better. 14, yes! The mechanical frog begins leaping towards following the Fly Duffey. Following Fly Duffey, it leaps in the air and lands on the ground, leaps in the air, and suddenly shoots out a long mechanical tongue towards Fly Duffey. That'd make it Nan's turn. Nan, what do you do?
Nan is going where her fellow dwarf has gone before. She's gonna join Ode in the cockpit of the frog monstrosity. And she's gonna find that's operating the frog monstrosity. And she's gonna use her special ability to do a reverse speed read to suck the knowledge out of his brain of how to operate the frog monstrosity.
All right, let's roll a special ability and see if that reverse speed read works. Yes! You have unlocked the ability to dumbify anybody you touch with a reverse speed read. The gnome commander's eyes glaze over as he becomes motionless and goes, I don't even know how to put on pants. What have you done to me? He drops to his knees and begins weeping. The other gnomes.
Justice looks like.
I don't even know what look means anymore. What is it like when you smell something?
Do you know what this is? This is Hans. He's the captain of the junior swim team, but he still finds time to do all of his classes and get stupendous grades.
Ah, that's so impressive! And the gnome commander leaps out of the mechanical frog and falls to his death. The other gnomes begin scattering, using escape pods all along the giant frog's back, which take the form of smaller robot frogs and begin leaping away. Ribbit, ribbit, ribbit. The large mechanical monstrosity sits and begins doing a countdown.
Ode presses the big red button.
Ode pushes the big red button. All right, yes. The thing explodes. It's a massive explosion.
Okay,
All of you take 6 points of damage from the massive explosion.
Really not good.
Congratulations, you've successfully defeated both of the mechanical monstrosities. Huzzah!
Huzzah!
Ah!
I thought it was a port. I thought there was a stop button because it's red.
Yeah.
I do fly things to one of the dead gnomes.
Ew.
I don't want to know what that means, but I'm bound by the laws of dungeon mastering to ask.
Oh, Fly Duffey vomits digestive juices onto the gnome and it dissolves, and then he drinks them back up.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Thank you for sharing.
You're welcome.
Give yourself 3 hit points for that.
Hmm.
You also plant like little maggot Duffies.
I mean, why not while you're at it?
Yeah, little baby Duffs.
Oh.
As the gnomes are running away, one of the gnomes turns back and gets out of his escape frog and goes, "This isn't over! By the will of Gorgak, we will destroy you and this village!" Ah! And then he
I
closes
shoot a
the hatch.
paralysis dart at him. Oh.
All right, let's see if you hit him before he gets back into his escape frog. Let's roll a dexterity check. You need a 12 or better. Ooh, you actually swallowed it. And so it does 6 points of damage. You've fallen unconscious. Let's roll your first death save. Oh, yes, he's failed his first death save. Ode, you're the first one. What do you want to try and do?
I don't know much about Loxodon physiology. I guess I guess I'm just going to just take my hand and just like go through. Is the snout? I guess the snout, right? He just kind of just. Oh, this is awful. It's like a giant Chinese finger trap where it's.
Hey man, that's a little personal. That feels like
grab it out.
A violation of personal space, man.
What do you do?
Well, let's roll to see if that works. Let's roll. You need a 16 or better.
This is so uncomfortable.
Oh, no, it's a 6. Oh, no. The snout wraps around your arm and throws you wildly, instinctually over your head. You fall to the ground and take 3 points of damage.
Ah!
Oh, see,
I think Ode has also been knocked out, if I'm not mistaken. No, yep. Ode has also been knocked unconscious. McDuffie,
right,
what do you do?
Well, like I was trying to tell them, man, that like I've got healing magics. All right. Well, I guess I'm just gonna reach into my druid sack, and I'm just gonna pull out a couple of these. They used to be grapes, but they've been in my sack so long that now they're raisins, and I imbue them with healing druidic powers, and then I just kind of pop them in their mouths and chew for them.
Yeah, his sack fruit has been pushed into both of their mouths and heals them for 3 points of damage each from the sack fruit.
Now that might have some strange, side effects, guys. Like if you notice like colors moving or things being more vivid or bright, do let me know.
McDuffie, this is not my first time eating the fruit of your sack.
Oh yeah.
No, it was not.
You remember that one time when oh God, that was a good time when we went into the forest and then
We have a lot of stories about the sack.
oh yeah, that was some good times.
You know,
Up
as
you
a-
go in the sack.
There's like a bit of druid in you. There's like a woodsiness that I've always liked about you.
Oh, thank you. Hey, right back at you. You're very Druish.
Thank you. On my, it's on my mother's side,
Mm.
and I'm glad you two are okay. Nan, you were very impressive out there. You punched a lot of people, and you punched that thing down. Also, Tusk, are you magic?
Says the magic man that gave me the pills.
Well, no, but I'm literally magic. Like, that's what I do. I turn into animals and stuff. Like, are you magic too? Because that was impressive.
Oh, stop. I feel like we all got a bit of magic on the inside and sometimes on the outside.
Ooh.
Tusk, I think you should know, you said that McDuffie gave you some pills. I think you should know that they were actually sack fruit.
Oh, no, yeah, that came out of my sack. My musky sack where I keep like fermenting mushrooms and fruits and herbs and spices.
Oh, well, that's a tasty sack. I don't know what to say. Oh,
You're welcome.
no.
We all live in the awkward moment of talking about McDuffie's sack for a little too long. And Kelsey, the mayor of Oakvale, comes running up, taking the blunderbuss back away from Ode and whacking him over the head. You're supposed to protect this village, not destroy it.
What? Hey, you're the mayor.
Yes, I'm a duly elected bureaucrat. I'm doing my job and overreacting to your attempt to save us. She whacks you over the head again.
Whoa. Wait. Does a city buildings make a city? Or is it the people? And the people are still alive, man.
His first time on the sack fruit.
Yeah,
He's got a point there, man.
Well, I have a blunderbuss, and she whacks Tusk over the head with the blunderbuss and whacks McDuffie over the head. The only one who did anything to try and protect this city is Nan. And she hands you the blunderbuss. Here, you can have the epic weapon now.
What about the Dwarf Scouts? We put out the fires.
Yeah, they put out the fires, but they also ate all the cheese.
That's taxes.
You can't impose taxes. You're a regular citizen.
I didn't impose the tax. We voted on this last spring.
Just because it was on the ballot didn't mean we passed it, Ode.
It was passed. It's a general fund that's meant for emergencies.
I have a question, man.
Yes.
Why doesn't everybody just like share what they have when other people don't, so like if you've got stuff and you don't need it and other people can use it, why don't you just give it to them?
This actually reminds me, McDuffie, that I think now would be a great time for everyone to take a sip of the health potion. And Nan takes the health potion out and passes it around so everyone gets a sip.
All right, that means everyone is healed for 2 points of damage. You receive 2 points of healing as you take tiny sips out of the health potion. Nan,
Nan.
an astral form of your grandmother appears before you. Oh!
Yeah.
Call me sometime. No one talks to me.
Well, I didn't know you were still with us, but it's so nice to learn that you are, and thanks for astral projecting towards me.
Of course. So, which one of these are your boyfriend?
Oh,
Tusk comes over and he just like waves his hand through the specter.
Oh, it must be this one.
it would be that one. I don't know if you heard, but I actually joined the Order of the Reading Fist, so I am a happily celibate monk now.
Oh, that's nice. When are we expecting great-grandchildren? You know, you're the only one who hasn't given us great-grandchildren yet, and your grandfather says he's getting worried. He's getting worried that you're past your prime. You're only 215 for a couple of years.
Yeah, this is This is way too real. This is way too real.
Have you
Um,
read
look,
about
guys.
the dwarven councils and the fact that they're actually lizard people?
What?
I
I read it
enter
on
Nan's
Fox's
grandma,
News.
and
Wait,
I'm
what?
wearing Nan's grandma like a suit. I'm like, look, everybody, I'm Nan's grandma.
All I heard was that Tusk entered Nan's grandma, and
Whack with the stick. Nah,
we're gonna go ahead
stop it.
and do another simple attack slap Tusk across the face.
All right, let's roll the simple attack.
Man, you're gonna slap that elephant to death.
3, yes. Tusk, you've taken 3 points of damage. The astral image Nan disappears.
Bye, Granny. Love you.
Bye, call me.
I'll call you.
I can't believe she didn't recognize me.
It's been a while, Ode.
We had a fling in high school.
You did?
Yeah,
Was it good?
Oh.
it was me. I wasn't very. I was like she was great. I was
Was
just
it the hair?
I don't know, man. I feel like Ode's always had that much hair. It was probably just brown when he was younger.
no. This is my natural color.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, learn something new every day.
Oh, I
You'll see
gotta.
the mayor of Oakville whacks all of you over the
Ah.
head. Focus up! Focus up! That gnome said they'd be back to finish the job and destroy our village. So I'm telling you, you have to solve this mess. Find out where the gnomes come from and negotiate a peace or kill them all. I don't care which you do.
Yeah, you're right. Old takes out his blunderbuss. Whack! All right, everyone. Let's go.
Well, I guess we're going to the city that we drowned, a couple months ago. Let's
Yeah,
go.
either way now.
Yeah. You know, those little guys are pretty handy. Maybe they could fix our town that just got destroyed.
No, man. I think I wait a minute. I think you're onto something there. What if we could convince them instead of fighting with Oakville, maybe the gnomes should move into Oakville and be accepted as refugees, and then they could help with the reconstruction of the city that they have destroyed, therefore, like making up for the fact that they destroyed it, but also in the process getting to build a cool new city for themselves and the natural orc residents of Oakville to live within in a kind of a peaceful, like a harmonious state.
Would that make them refugees or just immigrants? Does refugee imply that you're going to go back at some point?
Cool
Okay,
adventurers
I have a
pondered
dictionary.
this for a moment, but none of them were trained enough as statesmen to really come to a conclusion that was satisfying.
Text is so small.
Oh.
Well,
Oh.
we
So
can propose it to them when we get to the.
Yeah, I think maybe we don't have to kill anyone this time. We can just try to talk it out.
Yeah.
So
I
let's
do feel that I always feel a bit embarrassed when the full dwarf comes out, and I do feel like I'd like to take a more restrained, peaceful approach to conflict resolution this time around.
Well, I was just a big cat, and I'll tell you, I had a real, not at all giving a crap about, life or suffering. I actually found suffering really funny when I was a lion. I thought that was interesting.
I'm going to pull the spines out.
to the Gnome City.
And so the cool adventurers made their way to the Gnome City, finding the massive lake. But rather than being underwater like the city normally was, the city was floating atop the water as gnomes had constructed many, many pipes and hoses, pushing the water out of their city and back into the lake.
Oh.
So they found a good solution, so I'm not really sure why they came after us, because this seems really cool and like kind of a water park. So I don't know what the problem is.
Well, I think clearly what they've just got is a big case of like revenge fever.
Yeah, I'm feeling that. I'm going to kill your god, you bastards.
Come on, Ode.
And so
Oh.
my grandchildren.
Ode. Peaceful conflict resolution.
I'm I'm a dwarf. Peace can go suck it.
I'm a dwarf too.
Exactly. Let's do this, dwarf style.
No, meditate. You
I
will
can
breathe
feel
in.
your dwarf.
You will breathe out.
Into your
You will
dwarf
breathe
now.
in and you will breathe out. Okay?
You guys.
Tusk, are we watching a fight for the soul of Nan?
In the process, yes. It seems very much so.
This is not a battle of good and evil. This is a battle of nurture and nature. Give in to your true self, Nan.
Well, the answer there is nature. I mean, that's obvious.
Oh,
Right? Exactly.
I'm a druid. I mean, what am I gonna say? Nurture? I mean, I don't. No, nature. Obviously.
Okay, and to get away from these fools who apparently are trying to solve my life for me, I'm just gonna walk right up to the lake and I'm gonna dive in and start swimming towards the main town center.
All right, that sounds like a strength check to me. So let's roll. You need a 10 or better. 15, yes. With the prowess of a salmon, you cut through the water and make your way to the gnome city. You arrive at the edge of the gnome city, climbing out of the water and into the streets of the gnome city. Gnomes look at you shocked, and you hear whispers as gnomes run away. Ah!
I want to talk to whoever's in charge of immigration.
Huh. Well, that would be Gorgak. Gorgak is in charge of everything.
Okay, I want to talk to Gorgak.
Gorgak is in the center of the town.
I would like to go to there.
All right, Nan begins to go to the center of town. Oh, Tusk, Mac Duffey, what do you? We'll come back to you. We'll come back to you in a second. Yes, we'll come back to you in a second. Nan makes her way to the center of town and sees a large cathedral-like structure covered in stone carvings of frogs.
Oh, gross.
You enter and you see a giant frog demon sitting on a throne.
Hi.
I am Gorgak!
Hi, Gorgak. I'm Nan, Gutblorcher. I come in peace. Hey, wanted to offer up Oakvale as a potential refugee / immigration hub for any disgruntled gnomes that might need to build a new place to live. How does that sound?
We are all disgruntled!
Okay, well, you can all come on down.
All right, let's roll a charisma check to see if that worked. 15 or better. Ooh! Gorgak is not amused by your trickery and deception. You are a cool adventurer, and I am a demon. We are mortal enemies.
Yes, except I'm actually not deceiving you. This is real. Is there any way I could prove that to you?
Yes! If you were to go on a quest and find our precious gem at the bottom of this lake that had been disappeared since the flooding.
Okay. Yeah, we can do that for you.
Very well, but know that it is guarded by a monstrosity.
Oh, God.
A demon that has not been sent back to the abyss haunts the underwater.
His name is Haunts?
His name is Haunts.
Okay.
His name is Haunts and he haunts. We are very practical demons. Most of our names describe what we do. My name is Gorgak. I also Gorgak.
I would have never known, but now I know. So you learn something new every day.
Every day.
Every second, if you're me, if you're constantly seeking out the knowledge of the universe. Okay. Right. I'm gonna go say hi to Haunts, he's cool.
He is definitely not cool. He's kind of a lame dude.
Okay. I'm still gonna go see him, and I'm gonna get that gem, and you're gonna believe me, and this is all gonna work out peacefully.
Very well. Impress me. Gorgak has spoken.
And Nan leaves, and she thinks for a second if she can do this task on her own. And then she thinks she may need the assistance of Fish Duffey. And so she swims back across the lake back to the Cool Adventurers.
Okay, so let me get this straight. So the city was attacked by demons, but then they were driven off by devils, and then devils took over. But now the devils are gone, and the gnomes are back to their original ruler, who was already a demon, but not one of the demons that was attacking.
Something like that. Yeah, and there's just the one. Oh.
When did you get here?
Oh, hi. Yeah, no, I just got back from seeing Gorgak.
Oh, does he Gorgak?
He does Gorgak, and he is in fact a demon. So you're actually right on with that, Ode. And we've got a little bit of a plan going here. Let me tell you what's going on, folks. Okay, Gorgak will let us open our doors to any gnomes that want to come rebuild Oakvale if we retrieve the gem at the bottom of the lake from Haunts, who haunts the lake.
Oh, awesome. Great idea.
Let's do it.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, do you want me to turn into like a giant fish to swim you down there?
I was thinking fish, whale,
Maybe-
eel, you know.
Maybe you could be a whale and we get in your mouth and you can take us down there.
I like that, but we can't breathe under. I have an idea. One sec. Old brings out his ear horn and then he blows into it to get rid of the excess, wax and hair, and he goes. It's very gross. And then he puts it up to his lips and he blows a single note and goes, whoop! And then a bunch of little hairballs about this big, they run up with the little shoes. It's a bunch of dwarves. It's the Dwarf Scouts. And he says, oh, hello, Kitty Weeks. Welcome back again. I need you to empty this lake. Bring your buckets. Go get your pails.
All right, that sounds like a special ability to me. Let's roll the special ability die.
Anyone want to help?
You need a 14 or better.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's a 10. The dwarf scouts begin running into the river into the lake when suddenly they are attacked by a giant crab. The crab pinches on them and throws them. I am Hans. I will not be defeated. And he dicks back into the water.
No, Hans?
Yes. What do you want with Hans?
Hey, Hans, what's up? Listen, your buddy Gorgak thinks you're lame. And I think you're pretty cool. Yeah, I think your pincers are super sweet. Yeah. I was wondering if you could give us the gem at the bottom of the ocean.
Oh, perhaps I can. Perhaps I will. But first, you must prove that you think I'm super cool by telling me more about myself.
Okay. Well, let me tell you that your shiny red armor reminds me of my favorite marinara sauce.
Oh, really? Which one? Which brand?
It is Ragusto, and I only buy it at a certain boutique in Oakvale that sells imported goods. This one actually comes from the north of Improvia. It's made with locally sourced tomatoes that have been peeled by the unblemished hands of dwarf children. Don't worry, it's not the same as Ode's grandchildren, different dwarf children. Then carefully pulverized with the baby teeth of mating orcs, spit out, mixed with herbs that are from the druidic soil. And I mean, it's the best thing you've ever had.
That sounds horrifying. I must have this sauce. Go, get me the sauce and I will give you the gem.
Okay, that's no problem.
Yeah, I think it's actually behind this bush right behind us.
Yeah, I think it is too. And Nan goes behind the bush and she pulls out the blunderbuss and she shoots Hans for a standard attack.
Yes, and it's an epic weapon, so it will do 3d6 damage.
I was just going to do that.
10. Yes, the blunderbuss explodes on destroying Hans' armor. Ah! I have been attacked! Ah! He begins to scuttle under the water again. That would make it Tusk, your turn. What do you do?
Well, I go, oh, no, you don't. And I take my, and I start swinging it around, and I'm going to try and grab onto him like a grappling hook and pull him back for a standard attack.
All right, let's roll the standard attack. 6 points of damage. Yes, you rip off one of his legs with your trunk, and as you wrap around him. Oh no, this is not looking good for Hans. McDuffie, it's your turn. What do you do?
I think this is now time to just jump in. So McDuffie is going to shapeshift into a large crab-eater seal. And just start for a standard attack is going to bite into him.
Ah! Let's roll the damage. Yes, you begin. Flesh and goo pour out of Hans' armor as he is being devoured by Seal Duffey. That would make it Ode's turn. What do you do?
Ode puts on a bib.
That's
Just
definitely
goes
a
to town.
charisma check. Yeah, he's gonna intimidate Hans.
No.
No?
Standard attack. He's just going for it.
He's just gonna eat him. All right, standard
Yeah.
attack. Let's roll the standard attack.
It's a crab. Got one of those little crab breaker thingies.
Pulling out a crab breaker from your beard, you crack one of his pincers and begin pulling the succulent meat from it and eating it. Ah! Ah! I'm a demon, and this is extreme. This is a lot. No, I will cast Death Ray, and his eyes begin to glow black. Let's roll the attack. $10. Only hitting Nan. The Death Ray fires for a simple attack. For 2 points of damage, Nan is struck with the Death Ray. Now you know the wrath of Hans! That would make it Nan's turn. Nan, what do you do?
Well, Hans, I think you've proved with your Death Ray eyes that you're definitely not lame. But still, we're gonna kill you. So I'm gonna take my blunderbuss and I'm just gonna go ahead and shoot you again.
All right, we're for a simple attack, but with 2d6, fire away. For 3 points of damage, Hans tries to scuttle away, but Tusk still has him wrapped in his trunk. Tusk, what do you do?
Oh, I go, Hans, you like books? I got one right here. Nan thought I threw it at the construct earlier, but really, I did an old switcheroo, because I would never do that to one of Nan's books. But here, I throw it over to Hans.
All right, that sounds like something. You're definitely doing something, so let's roll a d20 to see how well that worked.
It's just a toss.
11, yes! The book is caught by Hans' pincer, and he destroys it. This is what I think of reading! Reading is stupid! That would make it giant crab-eating Seal Duffey's turn.
Giant crab-eating Seal Duffy is gonna keep eating a giant crab. For a standard attack.
That makes sense. Let's roll the damage. 6, yes. You crack into his main body. More fluid and gunk begins pouring out of him. Ah! That would make it Ode's turn. Ode, what do you do?
Ode is going to Ode is going to he throws away the rest of the piece of claw he was eating because it's empty now. He goes up and he's going to end by pushing up the front of the crab and then revealing its fleshy, weak underbelly.
Ooh, yes. All right, Nan receives that aid. That would make it Haunt's turn. Haunt is going to cast another Death Ray. Let's roll the attack. Oh! He's cast an epic Death Ray, a power attack. Let's roll the damage. He casts the Death Ray on himself, taking 12 points of damage. He falls back, revealing his soft underbelly. Nan, you have 2 assists on this. What would you like to do?
Well, since lame Haunts has just destroyed the book that I thought was already destroyed, but actually, thanks friend, wasn't, Nan is gonna dwarf roll onto Haunts' belly. She's gonna stick that blunderbuss right inside his soft, gooey demon heart. And she's gonna say, "See you later!" And she's gonna fire.
Ah, that buildup was so great! All right, let's roll the attack. You get 2 additional d6 to your standard attack. Let's fire away at this crabby son of a gun. 11, yes! You shoot his demon heart, and his body collapses lifeless. A black smoke billows out of his body as he erodes into black inker. Leaving behind an impressive gold jewel in his place.
Old goes over him as he drifts away and pulls out a picture. This is Jesse. Their disappointment.
Every family has at least one Ode. Nan, what do you do?
Hey, Seal Duffey, do you think you could take this jewel over to Gorgak for us?
Yeah.
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 Giant crab-eating Seal Duffey swims to the city and is shown to where Gorgak is back in his throne, gorging on Gak.
That's what that means. All right, man.
Hello.
Hello, I'm Giant Crab Eater Seal Duffey. Here,
Gorgak.
there's your shiny thing.
Ah! He shoots his tongue and grabs the gem with his tongue and breaks it in his teeth. Now I can finally be set free! And Gorgak disappears in a giant pillar of flame. The city begins to rumble as it sinks once again into the lake. Gnomes scream and run, trying to find ships, boats, or any type of flotation device as the city sinks back into the lake.
Oh, you guys see that?
I mean, they're frog people. I'm not super worried about it.
Hey, gnomes, if anyone can get a flotation device, come on over here. We're all going to Oakvale. Come on, bring your hammers. Let's go.
I start grapple hooking a few of them out of the water. Whoa, whoa.
After some convincing, the cool adventurers managed to ease the shocked gnomes and convince them that they could live happy and successful lives in Oakvale. And so the cool adventurers returned to Oakvale with a whole army of gnomes ready to rebuild the village just as it was before, and setting up a gnome district in town where they would live and contribute to the overall wellness of the town. Congratulations, adventurers! You have successfully defeated Haunts and Gorgak and freed the gnome people once again from demonic incursion. Huzzah!
Huzzah!
Huzzah! Oh, Nan, I'm really sorry. I keep tricking you with that burning, destroying your books. I'm really sorry about that. Yeah, but here it is, safe and sound. There you go. Could I say? Yep, oldest trick in the book.
Oh, and now
Come
I
on.
warned you, Tusk. I warned you that you would be punished for puns. You are struck by lightning for 2 points of damage, and you are dead.
Oh!
And that's the show. Thank you very much. We hope you enjoyed Hazards and Hijinks as much as I did, as much as our players did. We thank you so much for those of you who donated to us throughout the show. We really appreciated that. It was a lot of fun playing. We have exciting stuff to talk about. Exciting stuff. If you enjoyed Hazards and Hijinks and you want to see more of season 2, well, you can catch us every Friday at 8 p.m. We will be having Hazards and Hijinks shows for the rest of the year, every Friday, except for holidays and other times that we just don't want to do it. Tomorrow night, we're having the Fancy Hobo Show season 2 premiere. It's going to be great. We have a lot of fun surprises for you. We've really amped up our show to make it even better. Next Saturday is our LGBTQIA plus night. That's right. We're bringing that show back. We're going to put it into rotation and try and do lots of shows for underrepresented groups within Improv. On the 23rd, we have our second Fancy Hobo show. And finally, on the 30th, we are premiering our new variety show, which is going to have music and performances and all sorts of crazy stuff. It's going to be awesome, and we're really excited to show that to all of you. So please, if you haven't already, like and subscribe on YouTube. We're trying to get our subscriptions up on that. Keep you up to date for all of the shows that we have going on. You can also follow us on Instagram or Facebook, where we have regular updates and other cool stuff that you can join in and have fun with us. We thank you from the deepest part of our heart for joining us tonight. We hope you have a lovely night. But let's end the show with one last hearty huzzah. 3, 2, 1, huzzah!
Huzzah!
Oh, he's alive.
Bye.
Tusk, his
Master
face is
of
falling
disguise.
off.
Oh my God, the horror!